back for this year's Springfield Golf amateur competition, the Road to the Belfry. I'm taking part in the first of 6 qualifiers that happen up and down the country. This one is at the Macdonald Portal Hotel in Cheshire. The qualifier is a Stableford competition and takes place over 2 days. The scores are combined for both days, and the top 6 scoring players qualify for the final at the Belfry later this year with a chance to win a £2,500 prize pot. My current handicap is 10.1, which means I will get a playing handicap of 9 on the first day. This simply means that I will get an extra shot on the 9 hardest holes. Day 1 is on the Premier course at Macdonald Portal.
So, wish me luck.
So the first hole on the Premier course is a par 4, it's only 314 yards to start, it's a fairly easy one to ease you into the round. You will notice as we go through this round that most of these tees are shortened. That doesn't make this one any easier though, given that the entire party was watching this shot.
Safe, innit? Safe.
But I was happy with the applause there. Jack, one of my playing partners, was up next and did a grand job too. And that's the face of a man that was just happy to make contact with the ball.
Right. First shot's in the rough, I've got 90 yards. Gap wedge. Yeah. Could be in the bunker. Rolled a bit far. Just caught it. Get in.
The second hole is the first par 5. You can see from the drone footage just how windy it was. This is a 470 yard dog leg to the left. Tee shot, unfortunately, has gone left on me too.
Sit. Yeah. Left side. Right, mine's come left, unfortunately. Can't see round the corner. Just going to punch out with this 9-iron. Damn it. All I could do that. I've got about 160, my watch is saying to me. I'm really not quite sure. We've got a weird target out in the background. If I can get on the green in regulation, this will be unreal. Nah, that was so slappy, it will be nowhere near.
In actual fact, it wasn't too bad.
Wow.
But I've not dialed the chipping in, especially with the 9-iron. The greens were a real challenge due to the weather, and you're going to see me do plenty of wrestling with them over these 18 holes. Managed to clean that up for a bogey though, and another 2 points. Hole 3 then is a very short par 4. It's worth saying that a lot of these tee boxes have been moved up just due to the poor conditions of the course with all the water that we've had in the UK. So trying to drive the green here. And giving it a really good go.
Oh, brutal. Right, I got dead lucky here. Well, I did and I didn't. I'm sort of in the bunker. Thanks, mate. Unbelievably happy with that.
That was an unreal shot, but leaves me trying to putt it.
Hit it, you dickhead.
And longer term viewers of this channel will know that it's not really my strength. On to hole 4, and talk about shortened holes. This one should play something like 350 yards, and instead it's only 100 yards. And yes, it was kept at a par 4, so it's definitely a scoring hole.
Ooh. Looked too far, didn't it?
Fortunately, I've missed the green, but recovered very well.
Damn, mate. Scared now after seeing that.
One of my playing partners had literally just missed a short putt.
Does, doesn't it? It just bobbles.
And I've done exactly the same.
You gotta smash it. Cheers, mate.
Still 3 points.
Lousy.
On to hole 5. This is a par 3, 130 yards. Just that front bunker to avoid.
It's a 130 shot this, taking 9. Damn it.
It's a lovely shot. He's happy with that one. Birdie luck then.
Yeah.
And up to 11 points, which is not a bad total at all.
Got to get luck of the bobble, haven't you, to get these long putts in.
5 holes into the first day, and I'm currently tied 12th. The leaderboard basically measures you against your Stableford handicap, and currently I'm +1 when compared to my handicap, which is not a bad start considering that my putting has not been great. Plenty of room for improvement, and to be honest, that score shouldn't put me too far behind the leaders. On to hole 6. This is a small dogleg to the left. It's a par 4, 333 yards. As we watch my tee shot fly into the right rough, I want to tell you about my favourite place to get golf tuition. Swing Tweaks is an app that enables you to submit 2 short clips of your swing and get quick feedback on the most prominent existing issues. Your clips are reviewed by a PGA qualified pro, and they then deliver their advice for you via the app. They will describe the issues they are seeing and how to fix them by talking and annotating over your original swing videos, so you can really understand what you need to improve. I have had a number of swing tweaks over the last few years, and it's one of the reasons I've been able to get my handicap down to what is now 10.1. Swing Tweaks have given viewers of Up and Down Golf a 20% discount off your first tweak by using code Up and Down. So ditch the YouTube self-coaching and get some tailored advice for your golf game for only £15.99 or $19.99. As a genuine user of this service, I know you won't be disappointed. All the details will be in the description below. Hole 7 is another par 3, playing 135 yards, slightly uphill.
Playing about 135, hitting 99. Sit.
Not a bad shot this one, it's just leaked right on me.
Damn it.
So chipping back towards the pin, and again I've done another good job. Little tester, and again I've messed it up. The greens weren't in great condition with the weather, to be honest, but
yeah,
I'm clutching at straws there. Hole 8 is another par 4, 345 yards, fairly straight this one. This is the part of the course where we were starting to struggle with the mud. If you're not in the UK at the moment, maybe you don't know that it's been very wet over here, and the courses are really struggling.
Right, I got 102, just in the right hand rough here. I'm going to hit a gap wedge. Oh, it's snagged like mad. Ah. Right, left that short, so need a good pitch here. Really hard to tell.
Well recovered with the pitch shot. And these putts starting to make me feel very nervous now. But I've cleaned it up, and it's another point on the card. Hole 9 then is a par 4, 345 yards. There's a tree on the right hand side that you need to avoid. And I've basically hit the drive of my life here.
Alright. I got 108. Somehow it's ended up in the rough, it was well buried. Soft P wedge.
I did think that my drive would come further than this, but honestly where I'm stood is basically a swamp and the ball was completely submerged.
Not bad, not bad.
So there was no roll, but on the green for 2. And again leaving myself a tester for par. But they're starting to drop now. 3 points from that hole due to the handicap. Hole 10 then is a par 4 that plays back up towards the clubhouse. Unfortunately the weather had started to turn at this point, so it made the tee shot particularly tricky. And what was more concerning is that we were starting to lose balls when the rain wasn't falling, even in the fairway.
It's going to be down in right trees somewhere, I think. We're on wrong fairway. We've got 165 yards and I can't feel my right hand.
So taking 6 iron and just trying to get this somewhere near the green. This shot felt great, but I can't tell you how cold I was at this point.
Who knows? Not a clue.
And with the mud as soft as it was, you're just not getting any extra bounce.
So bad.
So it's left me chip in towards the pin again. I'm trying to clean up with 2 putts.
Oh, lousy line. It did, didn't it?
Which again I've managed to do. And on a tough hole, gets me another 2 points. On to hole 11 then, and this is a 408 yard par 4 that plays up the hill away from the clubhouse. It's a tough hole, this one. Plays very long. And actually keeping your ball in the fairway is becoming more paramount just to avoid the damp mud areas. Because otherwise you just literally don't find your ball again.
Damn it. Centre, not very far. I've got 210 up the hill. A huge par 4 this, just going to take a 2-iron.
Obviously very few of us had actually played these two courses before, so there wasn't much local course knowledge.
Yeah, might be pretty good that. Right, just to chip on with the gap wedge here. Longest par 4 I've ever played.
And showing some saucy feel around the greens.
Thanks, mate.
Go on, son.
Damn it.
And he's stolen a par. And it's 3 points on the scorecard.
Small par, that.
On to hole 12 then, and this is a 324 yard par 4. It's fairly straight, obviously 3 bunkers there down the left. So trying to keep the tee shot out to the right. And again, away from the soggy mud if possible. I look to have achieved that. But this is what you're dealing with.
Thanks for coming.
People were honestly hitting fairways and never finding their ball again.
Right, we've got about 85. So we're going to take some wedge.
Not sure what happened here because this should have been a sand wedge all day long.
No idea.
But unfortunately it's come up short. So it's left me chipping with a gap wedge, which I've overcooked. Not happy with that one. Tough putt coming back then. You can see how much it bobbles on these greens. Cleans up for a bogey though, and another point.
Yeah, 5.
On to hole 13. This is a 363 yard par 4. Trees all down the right and sort of wasteland to the left.
I think he's carried him.
Unfortunately, this drive has gone a long way right.
Thanks for the call, lads. Wrong fairway, so just trying to get this back in play. 180 in, but taking P wedge.
Tough shot through the trees here. And unfortunately, it just catches one of those top branches.
How? Me.
And stays behind the trees.
Still in the trees. Still behind a tree. Absolute lousy pitching wedge. Just going to try and just punch this 7-iron close to the green. See if we can rescue some points.
Trying to cut this 7-iron.
What is that?
And it's not really happened.
Dreadful shot. Need to up my game here. I'm slipping.
It's left me chipping from some very thick rough.
Oh, I rolled up the face.
And he just rolled up the face and went nowhere there. Nice second chip though.
Damn it.
And if you can get the flat stick working,
Damn it.
he manages to save a point with a double. Hole 14 is another par 4. This one's 371 yards back down the hole we just played. So the trees are down the right this time.
Six.
There is a tree on the left though that can block your view to the green.
Looks like it's parked up behind a tree, doesn't it?
Hence I've hit this one out to the right, but just a bit too far.
Got just under 160, but I'm going to try and like a 5-iron punch through these trees. See if I've got it.
Trying the trick shots now to get out of trouble.
Nope.
And frustration setting in a little bit.
Right, 124.99.
Trying to recover the hole with a decent 9-iron from 125.
Better. At least we're putting.
And that's pretty good, to be honest. Trying to 2-putt.
Awful read.
Good weight, terrible line.
Oh.
And the putting woes continue. But somehow I still steal a point. The 15th then is a par 3 downhill. It's playing 138. This was the hole-in-one challenge that Springfield put on at each of their qualifiers. If you can hit a hole-in-one here, you'll win a cool £10,000. Will was up first and played a decent shot. Me up next. 8-iron in hand.
Some good shots at this, fucking hell.
Ollie's impressed with the standard so far.
Nice shot.
Damn, 8. Not bad.
I was pretty happy with that, to be honest. Jack up next. Again, he's hit another good one.
Shot, Jack.
You can tell how saturated the greens are by how the ball just absolutely plugs. Matt was just not at the races today. He's a very good player, but that one's just falling there right into the bunker. So now trying to clean up for a par. And I get to put in the closest to the pin post, which unfortunately lasted all of one group, with the next group displacing me and going on to win it. Hole 16 then is a tricky par 5. You don't really have room to hit driver off the tee here. It's playing 475 yards with a shortened tee box.
Right, the lesser spotted 3-wood.
So I've took the 3-wood. That's a pretty standard shot for me with the 3-wood.
That was shit. If at first you don't succeed, try again. So, let's actually pipe this 3-wood.
I am determined to make this a club that I use in my bag though. And I knew I could hit this sort of shot.
Just like that. Right, got about 140 yards. A little bit into wind, so I'm going to take an 8-iron.
Trying to get on the green in regulation. I think I've caught this one a little fat.
Like squirmed out to the right. It was the weirdest shot.
It gets itself on the green, but on the wrong side, leaving me a long putt. Getting a little bit fed up with leaving these short, and I've smashed that one.
Oh dear, chewing me up this one.
Managed to clean that up for a bogey though, and another 2 points. Hole 17 is a great looking par 3 over water. If you can hit the green here, you're doing very well. I played a lovely little 7-iron just to the left-hand side of the pin here.
Ta.
Jack telling me that my shot was very mature. Still not getting these putts to the hole though, but it has left me a very achievable tap-in for par and another 2 points on the card. On to the last hole of the course and day 1. This is a par 5, 410 yards. It sort of dog legs a little bit round to the left off the tee box and a few bunkers up round the green. This hole was pretty saturated though. Poor old Matt hit an absolute bullet down the middle and just never found it again.
I just can't see him land.
The conditions really were taxing.
No idea. It's only 178. So, a well-hit 5-iron could get there, but the thing is, do I get a well-hit 5-iron through these trees? Probably not. I think hit it and see what happens. My foot absolutely slipped like Okay, back in the rough. I've got 140, so I'm hitting 8-iron because I'm just not getting all of it out of this. No idea. No idea. Do you have an idea? Because I have no idea.
It was tough to see that shot in the sun, but it had wound up on the green.
Where are you going?
And again, not trying to leave that one short, I've smashed it past.
Waffle.
And bottled the 2-putt. Which is a shame to finish on a bogey, considering I played relatively well.
3-putt. Well played, mate. Yeah, good game.
What a mate. Well played.
Yeah, well played.
So I finished the round with a score of 83 and 33 Stableford points on the leaderboard, which puts me in a good place to try and qualify in day 2.
Right, day 1 over, chaps, and I think I've shot an 83. We're not sure on the points yet because the app's a little bit funky and it doesn't seem to be adding up the scores, but we'll find out later, and no doubt they'll be on the screen for you. So 83, given my handicap's not too bad, I don't think, puts me in at least a position to qualify for tomorrow. A good round tomorrow, and hopefully I make the top 6. So tune in to the next video, and let's see if I qualify.